we'll start at the top here with your boys, the San Francisco 49ers. So they had a tough season last year, a lot of injuries, basically derailed them, got up to, I believe, 6 wins last year, which was well below their projected win total. Now they're projected to win 10 and a half games. So how are you feeling about the Niners this year?
Man, honestly, I'm gonna say they're gonna be under that. They're gonna be not like that under, but I'm taking 10 wins just because a lot of changes on the defense. I mean, a lot of guys that they lost, like Javon Hargraves, those guys like depth pieces, Charvarius Ward, things like that. I think they lost a lot on defense. They have some injuries, Malik Mustafa, so. I think the defense is going to start a little bit slow, and it's going to be on the offense to carry. And then the offensive side of the ball, they're all banged up too, like outside of CMC, and Purdy and Kittle, like the main guys. But who's their wide receivers right now? Is it going to be Ricky Pearsall? Like, who else is there? Right? Like, I think Sky Moore might start in week
Jawan
one. Like,
Jennings? I don't know. Jawan
he's
Jennings?
hurt. He's holding out. He's hurt. He's got I saw a joke online that it's apparently now a grade 4 calf sprain that only cash can heal. So yeah, only cash can heal, right? So I don't know, man. Like, it's not as funky of a vibe as it was last year, but the vibes still aren't great. And they went a very kind of cheap route of let's build through the draft, let's add Mikel Williams, Alfred Collins, these kind of guys, CJ West. I think they'll be fine. They'll be a playoff team. Super Bowl contender might be a little strong. Over 10 and a half wins for me feels a little strong, but they do have a very easy strength of schedule, so maybe that works in their favor.
I mean, that's one of the benefits of finishing at the bottom of your division is you end up the next season with a softer schedule, at least on paper, of course, because of the opponents. Uh, I'm going to go a little bit over. I think 11 wins. I do know. I mean, I understand everything you said about the defense, the new faces, but I think the biggest new face is that you guys got Robert Saleh back. And I think he's the type of dude that's going to motivate a young defense. He's going to get them going. You guys still have a great defensive line. Fred Warner's probably the best linebacker in the NFL. So I think you have enough blue chippers on defense. And of course, Saleh is a great defensive coordinator that I think that's enough to make up for the difference and some of the new pieces that are coming in on offense. As long as McCaffrey's healthy, I'm not really worried about the rest of the guys. I think Shanahan is enough of a running game whiz to make that happen, and then obviously everything else is going to work off that. So there's the huge caveat of the health aspect, but I think 11 wins is pretty realistic here. And ChatGPT also agrees with me. They had 11 wins for the Niners, so we'll see come next summer. So in terms of the fantasy predictions, so of course we said we would do one sleeper and one bust or anti-sleeper, whatever you want to call it. So who did you pick for your guys?
Yeah, my sleeper is Brian Robinson Jr. and partly has to do with the health of CMC. But I do think the Niners are going to try to give less to CMC, right? Given his, Achilles history, given what happened to him last year, kind of take the workout load off him a little bit. And Brian Robinson is a proven starting running back. So I think it's not going to be a 50-50 split, but I think there's going to be enough work for him that he could be fantasy relevant. And he may start games where CMC misses, right? Maybe just because he's hurt or banged up. Bust, Jawan Jennings. He's holding out, like you said.
Yep.
Cap injuries are never good, and you're holding out, and you're missing camp. That seems like a recipe for disaster for Jawan Jennings. And if I'm him, I just come and play and I get paid next year, right? I get it, nothing's guaranteed, but holding out and taking your time away from the team, and it's just going to lead to a down year. And the team is like, "See, told you we shouldn't have paid you." That's kind of what happened with Brandon Ayuk. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's repeating itself here with Jawan Jennings. So he's my bust.
Yeah, we talked about this leading up, and one of my fantasy superstitions, whatever you want to call it, is trying to avoid guys that held out for whatever reason. I mean, it just maybe it's anecdotal, but I just feel like over the years, whenever a guy holds out for an extended period of time, even if it's a hold in, just like bad vibes around, around the team. There's bad juju around him as a player, and they usually fall short, whether it's injury. I know you brought up Ayuk. It's not his fault, is his knee exploded when he got hit, but it just, it's just one of those things I just don't want to mess with. Um, but after I saw your list, I was like, I'm going to try to pick different guys just so we're not, repeating the same names. So my sleeper is Ricky Pearsall. In my draft so far, I've been seeing him slip quite a bit. He's going for pretty cheap in my auction drafts as well, which is weird considering he's the only healthy receiver on the Niners right now. I think it's him and like Marcus Valdes-Scantling, Sky Moore, who you mentioned. So I'm like, this guy's just a volume play at this point, so you might as well snatch him up. And he did really well in preseason. I mean, I know it's just preseason, but from what I saw, he was shining, and he didn't get shot this offseason, so that's a big plus. My bust or anti sleeper, Christian McCaffrey. It's relative. I just I can't take that chance on him again. I mean, I would rather be wrong about him and he goes to someone else and has a great season versus I spend a ton of money on him or I draft him, in the first round and he ends up screwing me. So that's my pick right there.
I'm with you on that. I actually just passed on him on a draft today, so I passed on him.
See, we're on the same page.